Hey there. We're going to try a new camera today to see if we get better video quality because I'm trying to work on some things. So welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is that this time finds you. I'm Jenna Ross with Spiritually Savage, and I'm going to do a collective read today. We are in a really weird energy of seeing things very clearly right now. It's almost like some of you woke up the last couple of days and really woke up and like saw things very clearly. I'm hearing in my clients things are, people that are leaving toxic relationships that have been, these relationships have been around for years, and it's almost like they just woke up one day and were like, I have to make a decision. And a lot of situations right now that we made the decision on and yet didn't act on it. It's like, okay, I made the decision to leave this relationship, but I haven't acted on it. And so a lot of people the universe is forcing them. They're like, okay, you're gonna leave. You've got to. Now your partner has found out this, or now your partner all of a sudden is cheating, or now your partner is all of a sudden lying and everybody knows it and you have to leave. Our truth is being revealed. Some of our situations where people were like, I knew this was going to happen. Now the universe is bringing it about to show other people that you are validated, that you knew what you knew. We're starting to really get in a way of trusting ourselves. This is the universe's way of getting us to listen to our intuition and really trust it. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with all of this. Okay, sorry, I had to turn some lights on. It got seriously dark in here because it's getting ready to storm. So, what was I saying? Talking about breaking free of the chains, feeling validated, everything. The universe is backing us up so that we can trust ourselves again, so that we learn to listen to that internal voice that we've pushed down for so long and told was not real. Don't know what I'm talking about. That's just some random thought. That's your intuition. So as we go into July, let's talk about the first part of July and what that is going to bring for you as far as growth, like messages from the universe. Let's talk about what July is going to bring as far as the collective energy and us moving forward into our path. The first card is Rejuvenating Rain. All right, this is the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck from Denise Linn, in case anybody's interested. It's Rejuvenating Rain. Clear the past, heal the present. So right now we are really looking forward to getting out of the garbage that we have been in and really making peace with the past and moving forward. Understanding that we cannot change what's happened, just accepting it, owning our truth, and getting rid of this. We've buried this shame for so long, and as we're digging it up, we show it to the light and we realize there was really nothing to be ashamed of. Like, it's really, shame is really a damaging emotion that there's really no use for. Okay, all it does is hold ourselves hostage, and as soon as we let it go, it doesn't have any power over us anymore. So we're really in this rejuvenation phase. We're learning to feed ourselves. We're getting to know ourselves. We're learning to listen to ourselves. We're learning to not push down our own needs, wants, desires. All right. The next one is your wandering path. Enjoying the journey. Understanding that healing is not point A to point B. It's spiral. And we are not just wandering around, fucking up our lives or doing great things for our lives. We are exactly where we need to be. We chose the things that we chose because our soul chose those things for us to learn these lessons. But don't keep yourself stuck. Learn the lesson and move forward. Because if you don't learn the lesson, even if you get out of the situation, even if the universe forces you out of the situation, okay, I made a decision I was going to leave this toxic relationship. The universe forces you out of it because you haven't moved. Do not turn around and not do the healing, not do the work, you know, don't put it on other people and be like, why does everybody hurt me? Why does this? We need to look internally and see what lessons we need to learn, because we're attracting these things because the universe brings us the lesson in different people. If we don't learn the lesson, we still stay in the same cycle. Have you ever seen those people that were in one abusive relationship? They didn't learn the lesson. They ended up in another abusive relationship. They didn't learn the lesson. They ended up in another abusive relationship. You have to stop the cycle. And the cycle stops with you, not with the situation. The situation has nothing to do with it. The abuse is within you. You tolerate it because you're abusive to yourself. Okay? If you saw that you had value, if you saw that you had worth, you wouldn't allow it. All right, let's try again. So the next one is taking shelter. We have been taking shelter, but this is more of the Hermit card. It doesn't mean like sheltering ourselves from like the outside world or anything. It's more about looking within. Your answers are already in there. And again, we are learning how to listen to ourselves again and to really try to, you know, teach our soul to speak up again. After you tell it to shush and not to talk for so long and don't believe it and don't act on it, it stops. It stops talking. And so we really want to work on waking it back up and trusting ourselves. I literally just had a talk with a client a few minutes ago about how we don't believe ourselves anymore. And we say it's because look at all the circumstances we've gotten ourselves into. We've made bad decisions. So I don't trust myself to determine who I should be around, or what profession I should be in, or what relationships I should be in. But the truth is that your soul didn't get you into those relationships. And the reason you stayed was because you didn't listen, not because you did listen. So we need to learn to make that connection and really just learn to trust our own instincts immediately. Act on them immediately. 5-second decisions. Once your soul says yes or no, then that's the end of it. The end. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. Just know that it's there to protect you. So if your soul says yes, no, then, you know, you go with whatever it says. It doesn't matter why. You know what I mean? You learn to trust yourself by just listening. You don't need 50 examples of why you should do this. You don't need to know certainty. It's about faith. It's about intuition and about trusting your intuition. You may not know why for 10 years. Just trust yourself and trust that you will figure out why. All right. Talk to me about the collective energy. Messages for the collective that we need right now for July. Again, these messages are timeless, so this is the right message for you when you find it. Okay? Please like and subscribe. It's a brand new channel, so I'm really looking for your subscribes, and I appreciate you sharing. And also, if you are looking for a personal reading, this is not a personal reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But if you're looking for a personal reading, I have my scheduler link in the description below. And I am currently taking clients for readings and for a few for coaching. So if that's something that interests you, I am doing interviews for that now also. Just a few, though. I have a full schedule, but I'm going to take on a couple. All right, the first one is your King of Wands. It's reversed. Your wands are about fire. They're about inspiration, desire, and your king is your most stable in its desire. They're usually fiery men, fiery. But normally it's about not being in your power. This right here is about you not following your desires. The king understands his desires, and the king can have whatever he desires. He just calls and people bring it to him. But this is, you've been denying yourself. You've wanted things and you've been trapped in relationships or circumstances or jobs or financial situations or living situations or friendship situations that have really limited what you are able to do, that you want to do, the things that make your juices flow, the things that get that creative, fire within you, the things that feed your desires and your passions have kind of been quelched. And you've kind of pushed those things down to make everybody else comfortable. And a lot of that is erupting out of us at this point. We're done. We're done pushing ourselves down and making ourselves small to make everybody around us comfortable. Why is it okay for everybody else to be comfortable and not us to be comfortable? Here's the thing. A lot of us stay in situations that we deem our comfort zone. Okay, you don't want to get out of your comfort zone. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to make waves. You don't want to do anything that upsets anybody else, right? We're peacekeeping again. The problem with this is that your comfort zone becomes your prison. Your comfort zone is not a safe place. You are not growing. You are stagnant. You are unhappy, and it will not change. If you are sitting around in your comfort zone thinking that you don't want to rock the boat and that these people around you will figure it out and that you won't have to leave, you're wrong. It will get worse. You will get more unhappy. You will get angrier. And finally, you will blow the fuck up and the situation will be blown out of proportion, way worse than it needed to be. You need to just do your thing. Here's the thing is you've put it out into the universe and you're wondering why it hasn't come to fruition. It hasn't come to fruition because you're not owning your desires. You're not honoring yourself. So you're asking the universe to honor you, but you're not honoring yourself. So why is the universe going to give you something that you yourself are not going to accept? You're not going to fully embrace it. You're not going to fully enjoy it. You're not going to fully live it, but you're asking for it, but you're not ready to accept it. You've asked for love. You've asked for union. You've asked for, these amazing relationships, and you're not accepting your own desires. So you're settling for way less, and you won't leave these relationships, friendships, family situations that are terrorizing your life. So you're not ready for that healthy relationship. You're not ready for that healthy union. You're not showing the universe outwardly. You're inside, you feel like you're ready. You're like, I'm so ready. I just want somebody to swoop in and save me. But you won't save yourself. You're not willing to do the actions that will save yourself. You want somebody to come in and show you that it's safe to leave. You want a backup plan. You want your perfect person to be your backup plan, and you don't need that. You need to leave and create space for your perfect person. Your perfect person is not going to get involved in third-party situations or being a backup plan or convincing you that you need to be somewhere else. Your perfect person wants somebody that appreciates them and loves them and sees their value because they see their value. Okay? So you've got to see your value too. So again, we got the Hermit card. It's looking within and really listening to your intuition and trusting yourself. It's really doing the internal work and shadowing and the shadow work and really digging deep to see what needs to be done before this union can happen. Okay? And it's about balancing yourself. It is so about balance, and your energies are not balanced. You're saying that you want something, but the actions that you're taking in your life don't push you towards that. Something is unstable. Something is not balanced. It's an inconsistency. You are not being consistent in your word and your deed. If what you want is this, why are you entertaining less than this? Okay? I'm going to draw a couple more cards. How can we balance this? How can we balance? What is it that the collective needs to do to balance some of this out and really take the steps to be ready for this union, for this to be, I'm ready. Eight of Cups, letting go, walking away. You see all these things? They looked like they were shiny and great, huh? Weren't what we thought they were. They looked amazing. They looked like a great reward. They looked like something that we would have really liked, but they were empty. They all turned to ash in our mouth. And so now we're tired of settling for that. We've been drinking it and choking on it for years. And we've discovered now that we'd like to have something for ourselves. And we're tired of people who want to give us crumbs. This is about having a full cup. It's about you not settling for empty and continuing to give to other people. You have to fill your cup first. You give to other people from the overflow. If you are not giving from the overflow, you are stealing from yourself, okay? That resentment you feel is not towards other people. You may point it at other people, but anytime we blame somebody else, that is just internal shame that we're pointing at somebody else. We are blaming other people for treating us the way they are because we are stealing from ourselves and giving to them. The resentment that we feel is internal. We're just deflecting it to them. It's a projection. Okay? You want to be angry at somebody for them not giving back? That's because you're not giving from the overflow. If you're giving from the overflow, you don't even have room for them to give back. You don't care if they give back because you don't even have room for it. You're like, I am overflowing. Take these. Take this because I don't have room for it. And if they try to give it back, you're like, oh, that's great, but I don't even have room for that. You don't even notice if they don't give back. Okay, you're giving from the overflow. Fill your cup first. This is about self-care. This is about getting to know yourself and filling your own needs so full that you don't need other people. You shouldn't be with somebody because you need them. I tell people all the time, if your relationship can be replaced by a babysitter and a roommate, that is not a relationship. You are not in love with that person. Stop saying you're in love with that person. You're not. If you list out to me the reasons that you're staying is because we have children together and I need help. I can't handle the children on my own. I need, help running them back and forth places. I don't know if I can financially handle it. You didn't tell me you were in love with that person, and none of those things say that you are. Okay? Fill your cup first. Walk away. Walk away from what does not serve you, because that is exactly what we need to remedy this situation. You're waiting on information about finances. You're waiting on a sign that you can handle this financially. Here's a sign. You can handle this financially. You know why? Because you have to trust the universe. Okay? No, nobody is asking, you can't have certainty. Trust and faith is about not having certainty and stepping out. That's what the universe honors. You don't need a backup. You just need to trust that the universe is taking care of you. The universe is going to give you the finances. The universe is going to give you a new job. The universe is going to give you an opportunity to thrive. You just have to trust it. If your soul is telling you to leave, you fucking leave. The universe already has the plan worked out. You don't need to know what it is. You just need to do it. Okay? Trusting yourself. Internal trust. 8 of Swords, reverse. We need to get out of this fucking victim mentality. Like, this is where we are. You're holding yourself hostage. Do you see anybody around him? No, they just put swords around him. Blindfolded. Completely blindfolded. You know why? Because we're refusing to see the truth. We're holding ourselves hostage with our excuses and with the reasons why we can't move forward. We are making excuses about why we're not growing. Okay? We need to let this go. We need to let go of our preconceived notions. We need to let go of our programming, both societal and internal. And we need to trust our intuition and move forward. The universe is trying to give us everything that we've ever wanted and more. The universe is trying to give you something better than you've even been asking for, because we're asking too small. We always ask too small. We ask depending on what we feel like is achievable. The universe doesn't care what we think is achievable. The universe can achieve anything it wants to. It doesn't need our permission. It doesn't need our help. It doesn't need our suggestions. It also does not need our cooperation to achieve what's meant to be, because it will force you. You honestly, the universe can continue to give you gifts and you can refuse to take them. And if you refuse to take them, then you will continue the same cycle. You will continue to get in the same type of relationships. You will continue to be in the same financial situation. You need to break the cycle. It needs to be your choice. You need to choose you. If you're not choosing you, don't be mad about anybody else not choosing you. Okay? You choose you. And then the people that choose you will show up. The people that see that you will value them because you value yourself, and that you will not lie to them because you don't lie to yourself. You will not stay with them just to keep them happy, because you aren't doing things just to keep yourself happy. You are continuously shooting for growth. You're continuously making yourself uncomfortable. You're continuously trying to better yourself. Then they know they're not going to be stagnant with you. Somebody who is an evenly matched partner, who is somebody that can create abundance, that can create love, that can create things in your life, they are your exact match. They will be able to run with you. But if you're not running anywhere, then they don't see you as an exact match. They want to run somewhere. They want to grow. They want to thrive. And balanced people don't look for something like that. You know what I mean? They don't look for, you know, I was just telling somebody else that people nowadays look for love like it's an open job placement. They go on dates, interviews, and they talk to a bunch of people, and they see if this person will fit into their plan, if this person can fit the job description, and then they hire this person. And then if this person can't fit the job description, they fire them. That's not love. Okay? Love most of the time doesn't make sense. And when it happens to you, you will know. And love is reciprocal. It is not taxing. It is not a struggle. I'm not saying that if you love somebody and it's a serious struggle that can't get better, but it can't get better with you in that situation. You have to let it go and let them heal on their own, walk away. And if they come back to you, they will come back to you as a different person, somebody who is centered, and it won't be like pulling teeth. Your situations that are abusive and hurtful and harmful, that's not love, that's karmic. That's a karmic relationship that the cycle needs to be broken. It will return if it's supposed to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you have to care about you enough to walk away and release to even see if that could happen. Okay? Again, thank you for being with me today. Today was a heavier message, but I appreciate you being here. I want you to subscribe and like. Send it to people that you believe could resonate with this message. And I appreciate you all for hanging in there with me. And I will see you soon.